Hey guys, so I tweeted about this yesterday, but I wanted to do a video about it because I think this will interest a lot of people. Bitmain have reduced the price of the Antminer Z9 Mini. Now this is a second batch. The first was released at $1,999. The second batch, the one coming August to September, was released at $1,520 initially. But they've dropped it from $1,520 to $850. Not quite half, but not far off it. Now, the Z9 Minis have been delivered over the last week, and these ones have been delivered to the people that paid $1,999 and then another $100 for the power supply if they wanted that too. And it's no surprise that the second batch was initially priced at $1,520. The second batch is always cheaper. It's, you know, people know the daily returns at that point, and the network hash rate is always higher at that point as well, so that is to be expected. So I want to talk about why this price has dropped. We don't know, but I want to give a few scenarios as to why this has happened. The first thing to realize is that Bitmain, they know what's going on. They know the price of coins. They know the block reward. They know how many coins are being awarded every day. You know, the total number of coins that are available for each coin that's, you know, for this algorithm, for Equihash. So they've got an idea of what's going on there. But they also know how many machines they've sold. They know how many Z9 Minis they have sold to the market. So they can work out roughly what the daily estimated returns are on these machines. So this is the thing, guys. If they have dropped in price, close to being half the price, if they've dropped it in price, they've done it for a reason. And we've seen this in the past. We saw this in the past where, I can't remember the machine, and specifically, I can't remember exactly which one it was, but I did talk about it. But there was one of them where they sold an ASIC mining machine, and then they realized that the daily returns were much higher, and they doubled the price. They actually doubled the price of the machine instead of dropping it down. So they're not scared to do things like that, which are kind of scummy move, but they're not scared to do things like that, and they're not scared to reduce the price of it either. So I think the first scenario would be that they have looked at the market, they have looked at how many machines they've sold, they looked at the hash rate, they've looked at the coins and the prices and all that, how many coins are available to mine every day, and they realize that the daily returns are going to be much, much lower in 2 months' time. So they don't want to be left with, you know, a factory of doorstops, so they've decided to cut the price and, you know, to get them shipped out and sell them at a price that will make people buy them so that they're not just left in the warehouse. That's one scenario, I think. Second scenario, I think, could be that Zcash is going to fork. Now, there's obviously other coins, there's other Equihash coins out there, but Zcash is the daddy, you could say. It's the most expensive by a large margin. It's sold at a few $100s. And if Zcash decides to fork and use a different algorithm, then they would maybe want to get rid of these ASAP. Now, Zcash have discussed forking, but they said it'll be towards the end of the year, and perhaps that's why they're dropping this. Perhaps they realised that people weren't going to buy the second batch, the daily returns weren't good enough for them to do that. So perhaps this is related to Zcash and what Zcash are doing, and they know something that we don't, and they want to get rid of them. That's one option as well. That's one scenario. Another scenario would be that they know that they're going to release the Z9 soon. Now, this is the Z9 Mini. The Z9, you know, minus the Mini, that could be 30, 40, 50,000 souls. We don't know. It could be 3, 4, 5, or even more times what the Z9 Mini's hash rate is. So that their new machine, the Z9, could be much more powerful. I don't know what it's going to be sold at. It could be a few $1,000s. It could be $4,000 or $5,000. But they are perhaps concerned that when the Z9 is released, if it's released at a certain price point, and this was being sold at $1,520, people wouldn't be buying the Z9 Mini. So perhaps this means the Z9 is only going to be $3,000 or $4,000, I don't know. But they know what the hash rate of the new machine is going to be, and I suspect if this is the reason they're dropping the price, and they're just, you know, kind of dropping the price by half, I think it's because they're scared of, you know, no one's going to buy the Z9 Mini. From a hash rate to price point of view, perhaps people will just say, nah, I'm just going to go extra and buy the full size Z9. So maybe that's what's going to happen, guys. I don't know, but I think that kind of covers most of the kind of situations that are arising here. Firstly, I think, or scenario one would be that they know the hash rate, they know that the coins are being awarded every day from block rewards, and they know that the daily return is going to be super low in 2 months' time, and people aren't going to break even quickly, which is why they need to drop the price, because if they don't, no one's going to buy it. They're going to be left with them in the factory. Second one, well, it could be because they know something we don't with regards to Zcash forking or the specific date and when they're going to fork. And again, this changes the return in the break-even point, the return on investment date. And again, they have to drop the price to sell them to get rid of them. Lastly, it could be because they know they're going to release the Z9 and they don't want these things, you know, to be sitting there in the factory, so they have to drop the price to make it competitive. They don't want to hurt their own sales for the Z9, and perhaps they've dropped the price so that they do sell the Z9. It could be a combination of all of those situations. It really could be. But I don't know. If you can think of any other different scenarios, please do let me know in the comment area below. As far as whether I should buy it or whether you should buy it, I don't know. I'll be honest, you know, them dropping the price doesn't exactly fill me with confidence. To me, that I suspect that the people who got the first batch are probably broke even. They will break even, and you know, they'll maybe make a little bit of money. The second batch is perhaps a little bit more risky now. Less investment, of course. But at $850, I don't know, I'd still be tempted to just go for an 1180 or something long term, because there's a lot of coins changing algorithms and all that. So long term, maybe the safer investment is to just buy like a new NVIDIA GPU. But I don't know, I could be wrong. We don't know at this point what's going to happen. ASIC machines are always a risky investment at the start, I think, compared to GPUs. But the return is always higher, at least in the beginning. So we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think about this, and I'll speak to you all in the next one. Take care.